Last week, the Toledo Blade announced it would be moving operations out of its Superior Street building downtown with nearly 100 years of history and memories for workers who have called it a second home for decades. Anthony DeFilippo was at a Blade retirees luncheon today. Anthony, what were some of the things you heard?
Well, Kaylee, the people I spoke with had many great things to say about their time at the Blade while recognizing some of the downfalls of the building in recent years. But one thing they could all agree on, inside the walls of the Superior Street structure, there were memories, and there were a lot of them.
Goodbye, old friend. Sorry to see you go. You had a great history.
100 years of history fill the walls of the Toledo Blade on Superior Street. The owners of the Blade last week announcing it's moving out later this year. When former Toledo Blade writers heard the news, they didn't shy away from discussing the building's decline, but say some of their fondest memories were always about the people inside it.
For the sports folks, it was always like a little bit of a family, separate from the rest of the organization. And we had our own little community, own little world there. Not that we didn't speak with or know other people.
Steve Junga spent 38 years at the Blade, retiring last June. He worked in the sports department, which he says was a tight-knit group.
That's what I think was the most gratifying part about it, was that establishment of that family relationship with the people we worked with in that same area.
Dennis Horger also worked in the sports department and as a copy editor for 37 years before retiring in 2009. He says the personalities inside the building made the job worthwhile.
One of the things that helped make it good for us was there are a lot of nooks and crannies, there are a lot of different offices that you can get into that are away from everything else, and that's part of what made it fun in sports. We didn't have to be serious. The news desk had to be serious most of the, they couldn't do the things we could do, and we could go into our own, section of the building and have a good time.
Blade management tells us they have not yet determined what will happen to the property once the move is complete. But for those who spent their careers there, it's the people, the different eras, and the memories inside those walls that will last forever. Reporting in studio, Anthony DeFilippo, WTOL 11.